A police officer shot in Baltimore's Upton neighborhood tonight, and an individual in critical condition shot by officers. This happened right near the Upton Metro stop near the intersection of Pennsylvania Avenue and Lawrence Street, where a massive crowd formed and police say made their job of helping the shooting victim difficult.
11 News has live team coverage tonight. Anchor Kai Reed is in the Upton neighborhood on Baltimore's west side where that shooting happened. But first we go to Kyrie Stewart at Shock Trauma downtown where the officer is being treated. And Kyrie, the police commissioner just led a news conference that wrapped up about a half hour ago. What do we know right now?
Yeah, that's right. In fact, he actually went inside Shock Trauma to talk with that officer. He said that officer was shot in the foot. He said that he is in fair condition. He doesn't believe that injury to be life-threatening. But that suspect that was also shot at last check is in critical condition right now. I want you all to take a look at this video of the scene. Here is what Worley told us during that news conference. He said around 7:20 tonight, officers were on patrol around Pennsylvania Avenue. They got out of their car to attempt to stop someone. They said that that suspect actually took off running, and when they caught up to him, there was some kind of struggle, and the man was eventually able to break away. They said that he then pulled out a handgun and fired, striking that officer in the foot. Around 3 officers returned fire, hitting that suspect. At last check, again, that suspect is in critical condition in the hospital. Investigators said that they did recover that handgun at the scene, and they're still waiting to learn more about the suspect. We tried to ask about the identity. They're still waiting to learn more about that suspect. Now, I did ask the commissioner more about the sequence of events and what exactly led officers to approach the suspect. Take a listen to what he had to say.
The officers are out there doing exactly what we want them to do. They are trying to get guns off the street, trying to solve crimes, and for some reason they believed that the individual was armed. They had information that he may have been armed. So when they got out to talk to him, he walked away, refused to stop, took off running, and that's when the encounter occurred.
Now, Worley said that their special investigations team is working with the Attorney General's office during this whole investigation. I do want to toss things over to Kai Reed right now. She's out at the scene. And Kai, Worley said that there was actually a large crowd that gathered shortly after that incident happened.
Yeah, Kyrie, he described it as a huge crowd. In fact, this was a very interesting point in that news conference, as I'm sure you saw. He said that when this all unfolded here at Pennsylvania and Lawrence, that this crowd was extremely difficult to deal with. You had the element of the officer shot, you had the man who was shot when officers returned fire, and then you had this third element of this crowd that he said actually swarmed officers, interfered with their ability to render aid to the victim, and he said even described the crowd running after the officers as this shooting was taking place. Let's listen in to what else the police commissioner had to say.
It was very chaotic. It's obviously we've got an officer who shot. We got an individual who. It was very chaotic. It's obviously we've got an officer who shot. We got an individual who was shot who had just shot at the officers. If you look at the video, you'll see as the officers started the foot chase, the crowd was running behind the officers. So as soon as the victim went down, the crowd swarmed the officers, and we had to back away and couldn't give him the proper aid that we would have liked to have done until we had enough units on the scene to make it safe. And we also had to recover his weapon because we did not want anybody to remove that weapon.
All right, well, Police Commissioner Worley made a point to say that this is all on police body camera from start to finish. So I'm sure in the coming days there will be a lot more about what took place. They still need to interview the officers, and there is still a lot of investigation to go with this case. So, but for now, we will, I'm sure, be looking out for more details tomorrow. But for now, reporting live in West Baltimore, Kai Reed, WBAL TV 11 News.